Today I'm here at Camson Mindfulness Center, cultivate. The reason why I'm being here because I, as a director of International Buddhist Study College, bring all administrator, staff, and students from IBSC to come to practice meditation on the top of the mountain for 15 days altogether. 15 days as the day of mindfulness. We all try best to practice meditation in order to develop mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom inside our mind body. In terms of education, because we come from university, our main campus in Ayutthaya province, Mahajula Rajavidyalaya University is a state university, but International Buddhist Study College is under MCU. When we talk about education, there are two kinds of education, in my opinion. The first one, outer education. The second one, inner education. When we talk about outer education, we have to learn many sciences, especially in digital era. There are too many knowledge we have to learn, such as politics, education, law, and marketing, and so on. That is the thing we have to try best to learn, to understand. For what? Because new knowledge in the modern era would be able to bring technology, especially AI, artificial intelligence. Because everything that we try to learn and develop from outer education that can make you all would be able to be convenient with the materialism and consumerism. You all will be easy to survive, and of course the way can take the best care of your physical body. Outer education can develop new technology, can develop consumerism and materialism. But the thing is that at this moment, when we try best to develop materialism, consumerism, and make it all to be convenient, there are too many people still be suffer with whatever we try best to develop, suffer with something that when you try to develop, you are unhappy with that. Many times, your anxiety, your fear, that is the thing occur inside your mind, because materialism and consumerism is unable to give you true happiness. And many times you still suffer because of that. At the same time, when we talk about inner education, there is different way from outer education. Because when we talk about inner education in terms of Buddhism, that is the way we try best to develop mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom inside our mind. When we talk about inner education, that is the way we try to train our mind. The Buddha affirmed that mind was trained very well and properly. It will bring true happiness to all of us. Inner education is the way to train our mind, especially train monkey mind. Because when we talk about monkey will walk around, go and there, come, sit, and many times that is a monkey. Monkey is monkey. Monkey is like a mind. Mind is like a monkey. Because in nature, the nature of monkey, we all know about it. So the reason why some people try to train monkey. When they would be able to train monkey properly and very well, so monkey can give you the right coconut. When you train monkey can chew very well. That is the way we try to train monkey. This is our mind as well. Whenever we train our mind will be pure, our mind will be calm, peaceful, and happy. When we train our mind will be strong enough to face complicated situations. When we are facing suffering, we would be able to deal with that happily, strongly, and more effectively. And the last one, when mind was trained very well, our mind, we all would be able to bring our mind to deal with many work, especially when we have to do something. The person who trained their mind very well, they can work successfully and peacefully with many people. That is the way when we talk about education, inner education. So when we talk about outer education and inner education, UNESCO talk about 4 pillars of education. There are 4 kinds of education in terms of UNESCO. The first one, learning to know. The second one, learning to do. The third one, learning to live together. And the last one, learning to be. See, the last one, UNESCO talk about the goal of education, learning to be. That is go together with education in terms of Buddhism. Inner education, that is the way we try to train human being to be perfect one, or arahanta, or enlightened one. That's the way that we try to train our students to be enlightened one. When we come to practice meditation on the mountain, on the top of the mountain like this, we try hard to bring our students to learn how to understand the mind and body. That is why education is the tool to develop mind and body of 5 aggregate, of 5 khandha. Education is the tool to train or develop mind and body at the same time. When we try best to practice meditation, we always understand more about our body. We always understand clearly about our body come from 4 elements: soil, water, fire, and air. When we try best to observe again and again, we always come to understand that eventually we will see and understand deeply 4 elements inside our body. And if we try best to observe and note again and again, we always know that, that is 4 elements, soil, water, fire, and air, is under 3 characteristics. It's under 3 characteristics: anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, and is unable to stay like that for a long time, and no one control. We mean anatta, we mean we can see everything is emptiness inside 4 elements. That is the thing we learn the Dhamma, like the Buddha said, sapphe dhamma anatta. So everything is empty. That is the way when we learn how to understand physical body. We learn and understand from that. That is the meaning of inner education. The second one, the second meaning of inner education, when we try best to observe and note, especially our mind, we would be able to see something inside our mind clearly. Especially when we observe our mind again and again, we will come to realize that delusion, heart rate, and so on will disappear from our mind. The way we train our mind is the way we try to purify our mind, to make our mind clean and clearly. When our mind clean, when we try to purify our mind of kilesa, raga, tosa, moha will be deleted from our mind. Then after that, our mind will calm and peaceful at the end. That's why the Buddha talk about nirvana. Nirvana means raga, tosa, moha disappear from our mind, or extinction of raga, tosa, moha. This is the reason why we have to train. Especially at this moment, there are too many people around the world that are suffer because of materialism, consumerism, violence, and conflict. So, of course, when they are facing suffering, how can we deal with that? The way we try to practice meditation, that is the way we try to learn how to deal with suffering. The Buddha talked about, when he taught Buddha Dhamma, the Buddha said that I taught suffering and the way to delete suffering, or the way to deal with suffering. When we practice meditation, we try to find a way to deal with suffering, because suffering occurs many times inside our mind. And like when we practice meditation, we have a chance to see physical body, feel painful, wandering, suffering, or thinking, that is the time we try to deal with that. Deal with pain, deal with wandering, suffering, and that is the time when we are facing suffering inside our mind. That is the time to bring you all to strong enough to deal with suffering that occur in our mind. That is the way the Buddha tried to do in the past. He got himself into the problem. Of course, he know more about outer education when he was a child. He tried to learn 18 sciences with his master. But that outer education is unable to bring him true happiness. When he has a family, when he stay at the royal palace, he's unhappy with that. We call kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. When the Buddha faced kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha, he's unhappy with that. That's why the Buddha asked himself many times. He asked himself many times, how can I find true happiness inside my mind and body? So that is time for Siddhartha Bodhisattva, for him to leave from royal palace. And he went to practice on the top of the mountain. He went to practice at the forest. That is a way that I be as a student and all of us is the reason why we all have to be here. We all follow footprint of Bodhisattva. And we come here to practice meditation on the top of the mountain. We come to the nature. We come to the nature. The meaning of the Dhamma is the nature. We would be able to seek the Dhamma in the nature. We can see three characteristics in the nature. We can see everything inside here. Outside nature can give you inside nature as well. Dhamma occur in outside, and Dhamma will occur inside our mind. So, like the Buddha, when he lived in the mountain, stay in the mountain and try to practice meditation, he lived with nature. He understand outside nature, then he tried best to understand the real nature or Dhamma inside his mind. So eventually, when he tried to train his mind by using mindfulness and concentration, eventually he can understand the real Dhamma inside his mind clearly. That is the thing can give him true happiness. Nirvana is inside his mind body. It's not outside his mind body. When we come here as well, we try best to understand the real Dhamma. The Buddha said that who see the Dhamma, who see the Buddha. When we come here, this is one way to see the real Buddha. This is one way to see the real Dhamma. The real Dhamma is not inside the classroom. The real Dhamma is not inside Tripitaka. That is a Buddha word that Venerable Anand remember and try to tell all of us that the Buddha said like that. That's not the real Buddha. The real Buddha is inside our mind body. The real Buddha, the real Dhamma inside our mind body. When we see the Dhamma, when we see the real Dhamma, we will see the real Buddha. So this time for all of us to be here, to try best to see, to train our mind, to see the real Dhamma inside our mind and body. We understand that when we try best to see Dhamma, for example, mindfulness, concentration inside our mind and body, then we always have a chance to see the real Buddha inside our mind and body as well. I, as a director of International Buddhist Study College, do hope that all students, administrators, will be able to seek the real Dhamma and see the real face of the Buddha inside their mind and body. 15 days, it is a wonderful day for all of them. They stay here, they stay at the tent like the way the Buddha or Siddhartha Bodhisattva practice when the Buddha time. When we try to live from materialism, consumerism, and stay here and try to develop our mind body, eventually they all would be able to achieve enlightenment. Even just short enlightenment or short nirvana or strong nirvana, that is time. Try to understand and see what happened inside their mind and body. It's time to bring them all to be happy with the thing we try best to practice mindfulness and meditation together. And for you all who watch television or Facebook like this, I do hope that the thing we try to do here would be able to inspire you all. Of course, many days and many times, you all try to work hard. That is outer work. Outer work, it might make you all to be suffer, unhappy with whatever you got from your working. But the thing is, very important as well, we call outer work, inner work. You try to do outer work every day, every morning, every evening, but here we try to do inner work. Outer work can give you more money, can give you house, car, and so on. But inner work would be able to give you true happiness. We give you mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. That everything we have to mix together. Outer work and inner work should go together. Please take more time to do inner work as well. Outer work you can do every time. Of course, inner work you can do every minute as well. When you breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, you are mindful all the time. Whenever you are mindful, that is the time you have inner work. I do hope that you all will be happy, you all will be peaceful when you try to do outer work and inner work together. And thank you very much for your watching. And I do hope that when you have a chance, would you please to take more time to practice meditation in daily life. There are two kinds of meditation: formal meditation and informal meditation. Formal meditation, you can go to forest, you can practice walking meditation, sitting meditation, and standing meditation, maybe at monastery. But informal meditation, you can practice all the time, every minute in daily life. When you breathe in and breathe out, you are mindful and you focus on when you breathe in and breathe out. It is time to practice meditation as well. May Buddha Dhamma, may mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom take the best care of you all to be happy, mindfully, and peaceful forever. Thank you very much.